It is apparently Nuance November, so I'm going to share some of my opinions, and whether they're popular or not, here they are. Being fashionable nowadays isn't about actually being fashionable, it's about being skinny, and that's obviously, wrong. It really is true that I've never seen a pretty Trump supporter. I mean, you could be the prettiest person on this planet, but the second I find out about your values, you become super, super ugly in comparison. People that hate on people for liking The Office are more annoying than people that just actually like The Office. Why do you care so much? It's just a TV show. Let them enjoy it. People that smoke puff bars or nicotine automatically become 10 times less attractive to me, genuinely. It's so gross. If you need a trigger warning for people eating in a TikTok, you should not be on the internet. Dyeing your hair a bright color does not make you quirky anymore. You're just as basic as the rest of us now.
No Nuance November? Sign me up. Call Her Daddy is just another form of pick-me-girl media.
4chan for millennials is Facebook for boomers.
Women that unironically call other women females have superiority complexes. You're an average of 5 of your closest friends, so yes, if one of your friends fucked me over, I will not be friends with you. Reverse racism isn't real.
Girls that like astrology and girls that like true crime content carry the exact same energy.
Cassandra Clare's books were all just Harry Potter fanfiction. Getting bad vibes is a valid enough reason to not want to hang out with someone. Just because you're a psychology major does not give you the right to psychoanalyze me. And lastly, ignoring someone is just teaching them how to live without you.
No Nuance November with a dermatologist. Acne is an actual medical condition, and far too many of you are wasting your time listening to social media skincare experts rather than going to a professional and getting the help that you need. Fungal acne isn't a real diagnosis. It's kind of messed up that so many celebrities release skincare lines based on the credibility that they have beautiful skin without acknowledging all of the professional help that they've gotten over the years. You can't do a credible product review by just looking at the ingredient list. You actually have to use it. Too many of you are worried about fragrance in your products when you should be worried about the irritation that you're causing from all the actives you're using. If you're truly concerned with the sustainability of your products, the best thing that you can do is buy less stuff. If somebody has good cosmetic work done, you won't be able to tell. Skincare influencers should be all different ages, not just in their 20s.
It's November 17th. Here are 17 takes for No Nuance November. People of color not wanting to date white people is very different from white people not wanting to date people of color. Stop ignoring Japan's war crimes just because they're kawaii and have anime. If you're in high school, you should not be dating someone more than a grade above or below you. You shouldn't call yourself the white man's whore. If you're white, you sound like a white supremacist. The reason why white people are obsessed with attaching themselves to their other identities is so they can absolve themselves of their white guilt. The model minority myth is a direct tool of white supremacy. The weakest link of Asians are people who make fun of their parents' accents on social media for clout. Cancel culture for celebrities is not real. If you think our environmental problems are caused by overpopulation, you're an eco-fascist. If you started a nonprofit in high school, I hate you. Saying keep the same energy as you did for Black Lives Matter for whatever world event or crisis you're trying to bring attention to is weird and anti-Black. People strongly underestimate how dangerous white women are when they weaponize their femininity. If you hate spicy food, you're slightly racist. I don't know how to explain that one. Asians, affirmative action is not your enemy, legacy admissions are. We should absolutely kink shame people. My body is actually perfect. Men are dumb.
No Nuance November, Astrology Edition. No, I'm not explaining any of these in the comments. I'm here to piss y'all off. Leos are inherently selfish. All Gemini placements have no concept of commitment. If you are a Cancer or Pisces moon, you are the neediest people on the planet. No, Virgos do not think they are better than you. They simply are better than you. The majority of Cancer suns are not the soft ones. Those are the Cancer moons. The Cancer suns are the ones that will rip your head off. If your Mars is in any fire sign, you have anger issues. If you're an introvert with social planets and air signs, good luck with life. If your Venus is in Scorpio, Libra, or Aquarius, you are the horniest motherfuckers on the planet. If you are a Taurus or Pisces rising, you probably look exhausted all the time. Don't try to get any emotion out of the Capricorn or Aquarius moon. It's just not gonna happen.
Hi, so I just found out about No Nuance November, so I'm just gonna get my first 11 out right now. The United States never was and shouldn't be a Christian nation. Libertarians' idea that unfettered capitalism will solve everything is stupid. Surprisingly enough, Abraham Lincoln was not an idol to black people. We should have gotten rid of the 40-hour work week, 8-hour work day forever ago. It takes a distinct amount of privilege to be able to live and eat vegan. The amount of emphasis we put on money, a thing we made up, doesn't make sense. The Bible must be updated for modern Christianity because it doesn't make sense for the times. Male birth control should have seen clinical trials ages ago, but the medical system rather see women suffer than men. Marriage is not a sacred pillar. It's a legal contract. No matter how evil someone is, them being fat is not the reason they're evil. Therefore, making fun of Donald Trump's weight is fatphobic. And if you actively believe the scam that is non-GMO, I just assume that you don't believe in science.
No Nuance November, LGBTQ version, so let's do it. I have zero idea how y'all can have a problem with the gay family members, but not the pedophile family members. Someone being gay does not automatically mean that they want you. You are ugly in the eyes of straight people. You're going to be ugly in the eyes of gay people. TV didn't teach you heterosexuality, but yet you think it's going to teach these kids homosexuality. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Literally none of you chose to be straight. So the fact that y'all think that being gay is a choice is very much disturbing as fuck. You being attracted to a transsexual person does not give you the right to assault and or murder them. If you're a member of the LGBTQ plus community and you're racist, explain that shit to me because it doesn't make sense.
It's No Nuance November, so here are my hot takes with no context. However, if you want context, I'll make videos explaining because I want people to be educated. Female beauty standards are rooted in pedophilia. Charities do more harm than good. Morals should not be debated. Political debates are inherently problematic. Promoting veganism indirectly promotes racism. All activism innately carries a performative aspect to it. The way people use the word woke is incorrect. Cancel culture is vital, however it's practiced incorrectly. Straight right creators and celebrities are almost always guaranteed to disappoint you. Stop giving new ones platforms and expecting a different outcome. The way people participate in sex is toxic and overrated. If religion was practiced correctly, it would cease to exist. Domestic animals don't exist, and they promote animal cruelty.
People part of marginalized communities have a different aspect of intelligence that people from places of privilege don't have.
If you strongly align with a political identity, you're not as educated as you think you are. And going off this, Democrats are spicy Republicans at best. I hope you enjoyed my hot takes. Now remember, I will educate anyone who's interested, however, it's no nuance.
Alright, it's No Nuance November. I'm a gay male. Let's get into it. Feminine care products should be free. There's absolutely no reason why people should pay for them. Gay people can make jokes about straight people because gay people have been the center of every single joke that they have ever been a part of. There's a lot of underlying homophobia on this app. As soon as a creator comes out as gay, bi, or trans, they immediately lose followers, and especially TikTok stops putting their content on the For You page. TikTok is turning into Instagram mixed with Twitter. You like a post that you find of someone attractive regardless of what the content is. You find something funny in the post, in the video, you go to the comments and it turns into a Twitter war. You guys cherry pick who you cancel and who you accept back into the community, and it's honestly disgusting. You guys need to start telling people when you're falling out of love with someone. It really does break someone's character when you come up with some sort of lie and tell them that they have another chance again.
Happy No Nuance November! Trigger warning to all the 10 to 13-year-olds. Y'all are probably gonna be mad. Charlie D'Amelio does not deserve her fame. And I didn't feel this way until recently. Even after the Renegade thing. The girl said that she's upset that she only has 95 million followers. And said she wants 100 million before the 1 year of her hitting 1 million. Because even numbers. That tongue thing did not make what she said quirky or funny. Like, honey, I've been on this app since it was Musical.ly, and I have 600 followers. And I'm probably gonna lose some because of this. But, like, humble yourself. You're the fastest growing TikToker. You have gained 94 million in a year. And all of those little Charlie stans love cancel culture when it's not Charlie. The girl is running around during a pandemic with the Sway Boys that you all canceled for the same thing. I'm sorry, her being 16 is not an excuse for that.
No Nuance November, Teacher Edition. Let's get it. The chill teachers who let you sleep and be on your phone all hour actually don't care about you. Teachers who call your parents only when you're doing something wrong don't care about your success in class. They just don't want to be aggravated by you. Teachers who have zero tolerance policies and kick you out of class instantaneously would rather see you in prison than in college. Teachers who believe they shouldn't smile in class until Thanksgiving are actually just insecure about their own behavior management. If a teacher returns an assignment to you with a bad grade on it but no feedback, they don't actually want you to do better on that assignment next time. If a teacher doesn't ask you what you know about a topic before they teach you about that topic, they believe you know nothing. You speak another language, including AAVE, and your teacher tells you to speak proper English, they're racist. Teachers who use possessive pronouns like my class instead of collective pronouns like our class don't actually see you as an individual. TikTok teachers who are silent on this app when it comes to issues of race, class, and equity are actually complicit in systems of oppression.
It's No Nuance November. That means post your hot takes with no context and run. I could easily shave 30 minutes off of almost any movie. Roman Catholics are just goth Christians, but the iconography is so beautiful it's literally worth the religious trauma. Mint is gross, and our society is structured around pretending it isn't. Family vlogging should violate some kind of child labor laws, and I think one day it will. If the movie is good but boring or in some other way unenjoyable to watch, that means it's not good. Most people lose their virginity way too young. Gen Z, I love your moxie, I really do. You should not want, like, revolution to happen, though. Like, it's not. Where do you think refugees come from? Like, you're not gonna like it, you know? It's not. Becoming a social media celebrity before 21 will give you brain damage. Tana Mojo, brain damage. Bryce Hall, brain damage. Brain damage, brain damage, brain damage. I promise you. I promise you.
I heard it's No Nuance November, so here are my unsolicited astrology opinions. Let's go. First of all, Virgo's resting emotion is horny. You can't argue with me. I have never met a Cancer who isn't a bad bitch. I also have never met a water sign who can't absolutely throw ass. If you hate on Geminis, it's simply because they're funnier than you. Libras are fake. Like, as fuck. We're also incredibly insecure. Capricorns don't even have that good of a work ethic. They're just terrified of failure. Y'all only hate on Scorpios because you can't handle the truth. I said what I said. If you have a fire Mars, but especially an Aries Mars, you scare the shit out of me. Don't ever date an Aquarius man unless he's Harry Styles. Do better. Also, if you have an air moon, I'm sorry. Me too, though. Anyone with a Leo rising is automatically hot as fuck also scares the shit out of me. If you're a Pisces, this is your sign to stop drinking. Okay, that's all I have time for. Bye.
It's No Nuance November, but I only have one hot take, and here it is. Our school system is so messed up that our entire generation thinks that hibernating is going to bed for the entirety of winter. Going to sleep, that's not what happens. Their metabolism drops. They're not sleeping the entire winter. That's a huge flaw that apparently everyone has missed. So, had to put that out there.
It's No Nuance November. That means post your hot takes with no context and run.
Parents who swear at their kids are toxic. A black woman dating a white man is not the same thing as a black man dating a white woman. Being evil and being mentally ill are two totally different things. What happened to you in your past does not give you an excuse to be a shitty person. If you say, I don't see color, you're part of the problem. Black women, stop making other black girls feel bad for perming their hair or having heat damage. The natural life is not for everyone. Stop demonizing boys who are just trying to hit, especially if they're upfront about it. You're not ugly, she's just blonde. You have the right to be upset or complain no matter how privileged you are. Like, y'all love to invalidate people's feelings because they have quote unquote more than you do. Like, that sounds like jealousy to me. Researching people should be a regular thing. Don't be mad at me because I found something that was obviously public knowledge. And lastly, I'm not saying black people can't be racist, but I am saying you can't oppress the oppressor.
No Nuance November, but I'm gonna piss off some Christians. There's not a single white person in the Bible. Jesus was a brown radical leftist who fought to overturn his tyrannical government. God is non-binary. And you don't have to believe that they created the entire universe in order to have a relationship with them. The US Constitution literally says that church and state are to be separate, yet Christianity is brought into politics all the time. And if you make decisions solely based on your religion, you should not be in a place of power. Eve was given logical, sound arguments to eat the apple, whereas Adam just ate it because it was offered to him. Don't use God's name in vain doesn't only pertain to saying, oh my God, it also means using God's name to put other people down based on your own interpretation of what the Bible says. Homophobia has absolutely no logic or reasoning. The way a lot of Christians are obsessed over the US flag is idolization. Hell is a metaphor. Satanism is rooted in good morals. Abortion is not murder. Jesus was most likely queer. Trump uses the Bible and Christianity as props to get you on his side. And speaking of Trump, why do you idolize him? Isn't that part of your 10 Commandments? And no, I'm not explaining anything.
Part 2 of No Nuance November. Let's get started. Black parents, feeding and sheltering your children is the literal bare minimum. No, you do not get special treatment or extra credit for doing what the law literally tells you to do. Go sit your dumb ass down. Black mothers, bullying and or living vicariously through your daughters will not fix your past. Your traumas that happened before that girl was even there is not her responsibility. Go sit your dumb ass down. Black fathers, having a hypersexual son is not an accomplishment. You should not be proud that your 13-year-old is having more sex than you. Go sit your dumb ass down. Black mothers, the father not wanting to be with you is not a reason to put him on child support and or deem him a bad parent. The past is the motherfucking past. Let it go and raise your children. Go sit your dumb ass down. And lastly, black fathers, the mother should not have to pack a bag for the baby to come spend the weekend with you. Why the hell you don't have food, clothes, or anything else at your house? You a parent too. Go sit your dumb ass down.
No Nuance November hot takes, except they're only hot takes if you're a man. No man under the age of 25 is really a feminist, nor do they really understand what feminism is. Most of them think that feminism is being nice to women. If you ask any man, especially black men, what they love about their mother, they will immediately tell you something that directly affects or helps themselves. If you have to actively think about being nice to women, that's bad. If you're disgusted by things like discharge and body hair and things that come to women naturally, that's because you don't see women as humans. You see them as objects that are there to serve you. Being nice to gay and queer people is the bare minimum. It's not a step up.
No Nuance November. Here's my take. You can't claim to love somebody platonically or romantically if you continue to remain close to people who have deeply hurt them.
My hot take for No Nuance November is that one of the reasons that we don't have prolific serial killers like we did in the 70s and 80s is because Roe vs. Wade was passed and unwanted pregnancies were able to be stopped and kids weren't growing up unwanted.
No Nuance November. I'm just gonna rattle off a bunch off the top of my head. Number 1, if you are a TikTok dance account, I think that you should study the black culture and history behind hip-hop. Number 2, y'all need to stop praising guys who wear like maid dresses and nail polish and eyeliner, because at this point they just do it because they want the validation of a bunch of pretty alt girls and actually just boosts their ego even more. Number 3, you need to stop telling people that they look good by telling them that they look skinny, because that just encourages fat phobia. Number 4, if you're a guy who claims that he loves girls of all races and sizes, but you only follow a bunch of skinny white girls or POC women with extremely Eurocentric features, you're just being performative. Number 5, we should encourage boys to read Wattpad and fanfiction. Number 6, I don't think minors should have been posting videos of them crawling around on their bed wearing a Playboy costume on Halloween. And lastly, Charlie is a performative activist who only spoke about BLM on her TikTok and changed her profile to either get out of trouble or because her manager told her to.